Hey crafty peeps, it's Rena and I've got a card share for you. I'm super excited. I'm always super excited. I'm going to start with, yeah, they're all kind of Valentine-y, but let me start with this one. And let me pull back and show you. I used some paper that I picked up at Michael's, so it's probably Recollections. And I did Martha Stewart border punch all the way around the edge. And then I have some layered shaped dies in the center. And then I colored up my little girl, and I used Spellbinder's die to cut her out. And then this was a die that I had in my stash. I added these little flatbacks that were gifted to me. And I put some lace back here, some rosette trim. I picked up these little clothespins at Michael's the other day. And these little felt hearts are from Hobby Lobby. This stamped with love was in my stash. I have probably had that for 4 or 5 years in my stash. Somebody gifted me that. My Wild Orchid Craft flower clusters. And then my sentiment area has a Magnolia die here and here. More of those flatbacks and the felt hearts. So that is card numero uno. Honey just walked in, so I'm distracted. Okay, card number 2 is really different. I've actually never done one of these, and I think it's called a step card, but I've also heard it called a funky fold accordion card. Here we go. How cute is that? So I got the card base. I actually bought a pack of the card base, a whole bunch of them, 25 I think already cut out. I actually added this piece here that when you want to fold the card up will allow you to do that. But it keeps it from the card just going all the way, you know, and laying down. So I colored up my little tildes, and I knew I wanted to do several of them. And I love this one peeking out from back here. So cute. Another one of these from Michael's. Some Wild Orchid Craft flowers. And then this sentiment I made a long time ago on my computer. And it just says Girls Rock. And I figured since there were 3 little girls on here, that was perfect. And then I have a Magnolia fence die back there. And a little wooden birdhouse that I had in my stash. And I spray painted that white. And then this is a Spellbinder's die and a Spellbinder's die, a Wild Orchid Craft flower, and Happy Valentine's Day from that little banner piece came from Michael's. So that's card number 2. All right, card number 3 is big. And it really kind of got out of hand. So I'm going to be real curious what you think. And I used Melissa Francis Sweet Life paper. And Sabrina, I hope you're watching, because every time I use that paper, I think of you, because I know it's like probably like your all-time favorite. And I especially thought about you because I did this bottle cap, and I colored my little Tilda. I sprinkled some glitter, and, you know, I've got my, whatever this, I can never remember what this is called, that you put in there to make it shiny. I'll think of it later. I just ran out and ordered 2 bottles of it, so you'd think I'd know what it was. Okay, so all the papers from the Sweet Life, and I distressed all the edges. I wanted it to be shabby chic. I used a doily back behind, and then I layered this tulle trim from Scrap with Love, Etsy. And then I added these pearls. Just layers and layers. This Sprinkle Every Day with Fun is also from the collection. I just fussy cut it out and tucked it right there. I have a little ice cream. These are a couple Magnolia dies with little heart charms. This is a heart doily, crinkled seam binding bow with a real pretty silver spoon. And since this theme was like cake and ice cream and goodies, I thought the spoon kind of went with it. A couple of little flowers. This is a crocheted heart from, oh my gosh, Leonie. And I've got a whole bunch of these. She gifted me a whole bunch of them, and I use them very sparingly. There is a cupcake, Melissa Francis cupcake there. More of that pink pearl trim and the tulle trim as well. More distress layers and doilies. And this sentiment says, "You're the object of my confection. Seriously, you are all I think about all day, every day." And then a place for the person to write their own sentiment. So that's a super huge card. Like I said, I didn't mean for it to be quite that super huge. So let me get all the cards set out and have you guys tell me which one is your favorite. Card number 1, card number 2, or Gigantor Psychotic card number 3. So there we go. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying my cards because I'm selling them like bananas. I mean, like crazy, off the charts selling them. So I'm going to be cranking more. So keep watching. Thanks. Bye.